Well, good afternoon everyone. We're the 18th of February. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm on my way down to the Lagoon near Osprey House in Dohle's Rocks. This place isn't that big, but with all the rain we've had, I know the Lagoon will be full. Hopefully there'll be a bit of bird life around. I know the Black Wing stilts are always there, and hopefully there's other types of waders there as well. Come along and we'll see what we can find. I'm looking forward today, not just because I can get out here and do a bit of photography, but also because this will be the first time that I've given the Osmo Mobile 3 a go when I'm doing the wildlife photo walks. So if you watch my previous videos, my photo walks, you'll have noticed that the videos are a bit shaky. And talking about the Lagoon, we're already here. Now this is the spot here, so just slow down and get close to the Lagoon. You can probably see it, it's just in front of me here. And we'll see what we can find. The perfect time to come out here to the Lagoon is when the tide is high, because all the waders and all that are off the beach and they want to come and forage somewhere, so they normally come here. So let's get out there and take some photos. So this is the Lagoon just near Osprey House. There's a small gate here that you've got to go in and you lock the gate, and there's nice bird hide here. It's an open air bird hide, so you can actually, like it says, bird hide, you hide from the birds. So that you can actually watch the birds through all these little pigeonholes and take photos of them without them really seeing you. So afternoon is normally the best time to come here because the sun's in behind you, so the Lagoon is well lit and you're not faced with harsh shadows, because if you come here in the morning, we'll walk up here, and if you come here in the morning, you've actually got the sun in front of you, so it's fairly hard photographing from this area. So I can actually see quite a few waders in front of me. Very hard to see them. They're actually just in front of all these reeds there in front of me. We'll pan very slowly across. There's some plovers there. I call them plovers, but their real name is Masked Lapwings. There's some black wing stilts in the background there, and there's actually a swan there as well. Can I zoom in a bit more? Yeah, you can just see the swan there out in the open there. I was actually expecting a bit more bird life with all the water we've had, but that's the way with bird photography. You just got to accept what you get. Now I've just noticed that there's actually a second swan there, which is about just in the middle of the frame. So and if we pan to the left, the Lagoon is like an L shape, so it starts off and then it goes off to the left, and we'll keep panning to the left. Where will we stop? Keep going. And it just stops about there. Next door from this place They've actually also made themselves a lagoon with a little hut in the middle, and there's normally a lot of pelicans there. So after we've taken a few photos from here, I'll actually move the camera and we'll see what's over there. Now, like always, I'm using my trusty Nikon D7500 with the Nikon 200-500. See if we can't get a few photos of the swans, eh? Oh, that looks very nice. There's one swan preening. Now I can actually see through my lens. We've actually got some Pacific black ducks in the background. There are some waders around, but I'll actually put their names through the video. Actually photographing a couple of black-winged stilts at the moment, having a nice feed. And the lapwing also busy foraging. A little bit windy this afternoon. By the looks of it, there's only one type of wader here this afternoon. Bit disappointed, but such is life. So it's probably hard for you guys to see, but right just off center from the camera there's actually a stilt, and it looks like it is nesting. Try to pan. So, okay, so it's right in the middle of the camera now. You can just see its tiny little head. Now I also saw, while I took a small break, there were some Dotterels here. They are just there. If you know how big Dotterels are, these things at that distance, they would just be a little speck. So I'll see if I can get a couple of photos of the Dotterels, and I'll drop them in the video link. The best way to get close to them is actually if you can lie down or you sit down and stay still. Then they will slowly approach you. But don't try to sneak up on them, because they'll just quickly fly off. So the waders that I was actually watching are Marsh Sandpipers. There's probably about a dozen of them around. So I'm going to stop from this spot and just move around to another little window in this hide, and we'll see if we can find some different birds. Okay, so we're leaving the lagoon now. There wasn't much bird life here, so a good time talking with another birder there, and gives you a bit of an idea of this lake now. Oh, there's actually a darter there. Oh, I should actually quickly go back. I'll stop this video. I'll quickly take a photo of the darter and then I'll come back. Well, it's just after 5 o'clock now. I didn't actually see that much bird life here today, but that's all right. I got a couple of nice photos, and two great things happened while I was here. While I was actually talking to another birder, all of a sudden these two sea eagles flew over us. I just had enough time to quickly point the camera at one of them and get a couple of really nice shots of it. So I'll add it in the description as well in this video. And then just as I'm walking away, I look up and there's this huge formation of pelicans, probably about a dozen pelicans coming in at a V formation towards us. So I got a couple of quick shots, and then they actually landed just to the left of us in the next door neighbour's yard in a little lagoon there. And I was able to fire off a couple of very quick photos of them landing on the lagoon. So unfortunately not too much bird life today, but that's okay. That's life. And I'll give you just one more quick look at the lagoon before I go. So I've just finished doing a little bit of videoing and photographing at the lagoon, the Osprey House. This is my trusty camera and beast, Nikon D7500 with the Nikon 200-500. As you can see, there's some camo there. I really don't put the camo there for camouflaging purposes. It just protects my lens. So that's the main reason why it's there. So we've just left the lagoon near Osprey House. And by the way, that's actually what it's called, the lagoon. So if you look up on Google Maps, that's the name of the lagoon, the lagoon. So now we're just heading back home. I was there for about 45-50 minutes and talking with this other birder person that was there. He was also telling me that he's been there a few times and it's been a bit of a disappointment. But what he did tell me was that this place is actually best when there's water there, but when it's not full. There has to be a bit of mud, and when there's quite a bit of mud around on the edges, that's when all the other waders come along. So I'll have to keep that in mind. But he was a very nice guy, and he actually also shared with me another little location right at Dohle's Rocks. And he said, like, it's a little bit of a walk in, a bit muddy, so you wear old shoes. But he was telling me some of the birds that were there, and like my ears pricked up, and you're like, wow, this is definitely a spot that I've got to go to. We're Tuesday, so maybe Thursday, if I get the chance, I'll come down here with some old sand shoes so I can walk in the mud. He said it was definitely worth the exercise of going in there. And I think I already mentioned it before in the video. Although I really want to go out to take some photos today, the big test today was actually to test out the Osmo 3 mobile while doing a photo walk and seeing how good it was. Because on last Saturday I took it out just for a quick field test for about 10-15 minutes, and I was very happy with the performance. But today, yes, I can definitely say I'm very, very happy. The whole combo kit cost me just under $180, so it was money very well spent. The video is very stable, so ticked all the boxes for me. So I'll shut the camera off now. Well, I'll have to pull over because I'm driving, can't touch the mobile phone. But this is where the video will end. Thank you for watching. If you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel or give me a like. Will definitely help me promote my YouTube videos.